بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome you once again, dear viewers, to Discover Islam, Sharjah T.V.'s English language Islamic chat show. This week we have with us Ahmed Hamed. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu wa rahmatullah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself since your first time on the program.
Alhamdulillah wahdah, wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I first thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving me this opportunity to come here for Sharjah TV program. And all praises is for Allah, and peace be upon the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his family, his companions, and all those who follow him. My name is Ahmed Hamed, and I come from the city of Hyderabad, the state Andhra Pradesh, India. And basically I grew up in a Muslim family, alhamdulillah, where a lot of pampering from my parents' side. And as a child I grew up very dedicated, especially in terms of prayers. I used to be in the masjid. I had that attachment with the masjid when I was quite young, maybe 7 or 8 years old.
Did your parents also send you for learning Quran?
Yes, my parents' wish was to make me know Quran and make me recite Quran very well, basically. So they had that desire, and alhamdulillah, I've been to the school of Quranic learning, where I learned tajweed and the principles of Quran, basically. And then when I jumped into my teens, basically, when I was in my grads, a little, because Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said the environment, it will affect. So
company you keep.
Absolutely. So basically, the company I was with, all the Hindus, basically, that was top Asia 7th college, basically, that graduation that I did from the Commerce College. And in that I just moved on the other platform. I used to participate in the dance shows and things like that. But equally, dedicating myself in the prayers and the typical fundamentals of Islam, basically. Now, once I, about to complete my graduation, one of my friends, it was very interesting. Whenever I used to call him, hey brother, my program is there, join us. He says, no, I'm not interested in these things. And when I gone close to him, basically, then he slowly described me about the personality by the name Dr.Zakir. So now I was very enthused about knowing his work, his achievements, especially the da'wah work that he is doing.
You were still in Hyderabad at this time?
I was still in Hyderabad at that moment. Now, in the holidays, in the vacation, the student of Dr. Zakir, one of the students, he had set up his Islamic center in Hyderabad. So he introduced me to that da'wah center. My friend, he introduced me to that da'wah center, saying that this da'wah training program is going to be conducted. And that da'wah training program was absolutely designed by Dr. Zakir, and that is 20 days da'wah training program, wherein we are ought to learn the public speaking techniques, the courses of theology, knowing other scriptures as well, comparative religion study. So that I interviewed for the first time because they had the procedure of interviewing. They were close to 130 people and only 20 seats.
Yeah, they couldn't take everybody.
They couldn't take everybody. Now, I had to struggle myself, because alhamdulillah, my Quranic learning, that helped me a lot. And alhamdulillah, somehow I got selected. by Allah's grace. And that was the first moment because we have our own family. We have that dedication that once we know something is true, we accept it, alhamdulillah. Now, that was the first step in the dawah world, basically. And that step, that 20 days hectic training, that was like, military rule and things like that. Army camp, we were not supposed to drink anything, we were not supposed to have anything. Sometimes the program goes, the starting time was fixed. It starts from morning 9 a.m. and the ending time when we were taking admission, it was specified and clarified that there is no ending time.
Oh.
So that scares us.
Open-ended.
Open-ended. Now, it could go, till 12, and there was one night it went till midnight, 3 o'clock, starting from morning 9. So that was the tough period, but worthy enough.
And no sleep.
No sleep. And then again, next morning we had to come at 9 o'clock. Now, each second, each minute was calculated. Now, there were 3 turns, 1 minute, first turn, second minute, 30 seconds, and it has to be calculated in that short span, basically.
So did you get people dropping out, thinking it's too tough for them?
Oh, it was tough, indeed.
So some people, they gave up and went for
Absolutely. When we joined, there were about 30, and when we ended, we got only 18.
Oh, right.
And fortunately, I was one of them.
It's just like army camp now.
It was just like that. So it was quite tough, but very, very informative, very, very high learning process.
Inspiring.
Very inspiring. In that I got to know about Sheikh Ahmed Hamed, who had inspired me a lot, basically. That was when I used to watch his debates, his dialogues with the Christians, his lectures. I used to get inspiration like anything. Now, that was the learning period. When I finished my da'wah training program, then we, got off the track. Then we had a big family, having cousins. We had already almost 15 brothers, alhamdulillah. 15 brothers. So, and I'm the oldest of them, basically, yeah. And they were all more or less, same age. But we all have that, alhamdulillah, the same set of mind. Like-mindedness was there. So that helped us, when I got into the dawah world, they all, alhamdulillah, they followed me. And they all came into this dawah world.
Gosh, so it was a big recruitment.
Big recruitment, one shot. So now we started doing the work of dawah as a field work. Because we used to have holidays on Saturday and Sunday. We used to plan our day since the morning till the evening, where, we used to schedule for the park. We used to target the park.
I mean, what could you do in the park? Was it
in the park?
Did you have to apply for permission from the authorities?
From the government of India, basically, we have the fundamental, rights, basically, to present your religion, to propagate your religion. This is among the Indian Constitution. So we have that rights, basically, to present. Of course, not to force anyone, which our religion does not allow. So we had that open ground to go and discuss with anything, with anyone, anytime, basically.
So we used to go to the park.
We used to go to the park in the public places, and we used to interact with the Hindu brothers, with the Christian brothers. That gave me a ground experience, basically. How does an individual think? What is his psychology? Does religion really mean to him, or why does he need a religion?
Yeah.
So that was a groundwork that we used to do in the parks.
Because we find, don't we, that many people are just born into something. It happens with Muslims too. And they're just spoon-fed some ideas which they don't challenge or think about.
This was the case more than 50%. They are just Hindus because they are born in the Hindu family.